Ooh, welcome. We're here. This is my live too. What? Let's go. Wait, don't go nowhere. Just stay right there because I got something for you. So let's make sure I got all my colors. I think we got all our colors together. Nice. Okay. And black. I need gloves. Gotta get some gloves real quick. And we're gonna get started. Hopefully the screen size is good because something about it tells me it's not the same as yesterday, but I'm gonna get some gloves. So just to follow up on that, we're gonna start dripping some paint. And I have 3 canvas size that will take all of this drippings from these cups in which the paint will be poured from. And so let me see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. I guess that matters in some type of way. And the paint that we're using is acrylic paint. I believe I'm going to start out with the darkest of the colors, which is black. Maybe I'll use a purple, and I'll use red and yellow, and then some green because I like green. It looks like the green has more of an earth color, so I like to use that, and it kind of illustrates the characters in which I guess will take place, in which you'll see on this is canvas. So I really want to make sure that I'm figuring everything out. I think I need this container too. I got this container that has, that's what it is. I need a washcloth. All right, so I got my washcloth, I got my handy dandy towel, and so yeah, let's take a look. Here I am. Yeah, we are live, and so I'm Perky's Pocket, and today we're going to create some revolutionary art, I guess, in a sense, because you've never seen this happen before. And so I'm here to illustrate that as well as a creator. I'm not an artist, I'm a creator. I use my foundation and my knowledge in order to create things that, you know, that have stories and have emphasis on, some type of planet, or sometimes it just has energy. And that's what I like to create. So let's get into it. I believe this is going to take about an hour because there's two, for whatever reason, it just takes an hour to create 2 of them. So let's take a look. So we have this canvas here at the bottom. And so these two, they just have a small piece of cardboard at the bottom, so I don't keep touching the bottom of the canvas. And this is my other full-size canvas. If I could illustrate, let's see, I have other illustrations. So this was yesterday's art. and this one. And this one. And this one I did. This wasn't yesterday. This was a couple days ago. But this was yesterday's. So we spilled a little bit on here, and the colors seem to do some really interesting designs. So we're going to try to illustrate that today. And obviously, if there's energy, there's definitely a story. So we're going to try that again today and make something. Let's make something nice today. So I like this as yesterday's artwork, but we'll try to do something along the lines. Maybe the background will be different, and then we'll use some of the splatter. Because that color is kind of funky, but I had fun doing it. And I want to make sure that most of the canvas is on. Yeah, some of that is not on the display, but it's okay. We will work through any issues in which that will arise today. So our foundation will be, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pour some black into the bottom of this cup. So we have 4 cups that we're gonna try to fill. And as we do that, we're just gonna get maybe 10% of this color here at the bottom of this cup. And just like I said, we're gonna start out with the green because I want the colors to be different for every one of these. And then we're gonna do, I think it's the yellow. I'm trying to remember how the paint drips every time the colors are meshed together. And I really like the highlighter of the fact that the yellow and the red, they kind of have this interesting color of lava when they're mixed together. So I'm just going to try to empty this container with this red here. Okay, and I'm gonna flatten this out with some of the darkest color because this is gonna layer it. So then I'm gonna add purple. I might add purple. Let's do that. Purple. What's a good color to mesh with purple though? Any suggestions would help. I know my color theory, but sometimes it turns into blue and it really doesn't help because I could just add blue instead of adding purple. If that's gonna do that. I think there's some purple left in the bottom of this. Yep, that sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna add more yellow. And we're gonna add lastly some, that one's pretty empty. We're gonna add red. That is the dominant color that will come out. So let's go ahead and put those here. And let's start out with our first cup. Look at that. That is delicious. That is some delicious stuff. Luckily, we're not drinking that today. Today, we won't drink that. But yeah. There we go. That's a good color though. I like how it yeah, that's cool. That's definitely cool. There's not a lot in this cup either, so we're gonna make sure we get as much of this on the canvas as possible. And what's up, Hyena? How you doing, man? I appreciate you you coming through. That makes me a lot happier, bro. I really appreciate that. Showing up and showing out, bro. I'm gonna say I'm on the phone with Spectrum and going to eat food. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad you're getting something after a long day, man. Getting something to eat for real. Just popping in to say what's up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Creativity wins always. Let's go. As it does. As it does. Said the views will rise. Yo, don't trip. Oh, I never trip. No, sir. Except for when it falls. Let's see. If there's nothing in there, that's cool. We'll just try to get this to. We'll get it to do whatever it needs to do there. So, appreciate you, Hyena. Man, I'm glad your channel is exactly the way that you want it to be too, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's see. That's not bad at all. I like how that dripped though. Let's see if this color is. Yeah. So this one kind of looks like this is going to turn into, the center is going to turn into this reddish, and that purple is all by itself there. It's interesting. I'm going to try to get as much of this, try to get as much of that on that side, because if not, then we're going to add the other cup and let it do what it's going to do. So this one doesn't have much left in there, so we're just going to top that like that for sure. All right, that is a slow process, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our next cup. Are you ready? Are you ready? There we go. Actually, I like how this came out. I think there's another color at the bottom here. I'm not sure if it's the black that's doing that, but it looks really detailed, like it's like the bottom of the ocean floor. And that's a trippy. Let me see if I can get closer to it before the color starts to of course. Yeah, can you see how much texture that is? Yeah, that's crazy. I'm one for details, so I like to see that it has its own variation of details. So I don't have to paint it, it's just organic, because I'm an organic creator and that's what I like. So I appreciate you guys watching so far, and here is our first. That's a dollop right there. So as this drips as well, it is also creating part of the painting. And for what it is, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. That's good. And so it's interesting because the other paintings from yesterday, this gloss seems to be working, but it's taken a crazy amount of time to dry. So this is spent all day outside drying, but it really hasn't. the outer edges of it has dried, but the inside has yet to dry as complete as I need it to be. So I'm just realizing how long it's going to take for these things to develop as we do these controlled pours. So that kind of looks like a face. That right there kind of looks really discerning, but I like the way that the colors have separated from each other and they now own most of, yeah, most of the canvas here. So we are just needing just a tad bit right here. So we're probably just gonna add some more paint to give it just that. So I'm gonna add some more, that's more black here. If it actually comes out of the container, that would be suffice. There it is. I see it. It's coming. Okay, and so what's going to happen is that we're going to use our, let's get this side too. We're going to use our, we're going to use our funnel. And this is just basically going to help us stamp most of the designs here on the canvas. So I'm just gonna add some different colors today because that green and yellow, I liked it, but it didn't really give me, ooh, there's a lot of paint in there. There's a whole lot of paint. Look at that, there's a cap full of paint in there. So we're gonna drip. Oh, that was like a, that was like a heavy. All right, so, and for this one, I believe we're going to use, we can use like the yellow once again, but I think I'm just going to use the yellow and red and see where it takes us. So let me put the cap back on there. And I think it's open at the bottom because it's dripping. So let's pour. I'm going to try to get the red as close to that yellow as possible. Because I know I pour it sometimes and they don't mix. They don't mix well. And so that gives me issues, but I don't want to use green. I'm going to use this blue. I think this is open. It's not open. I think this one is open. And hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying not to yell as well because I'll just get a microphone if I have to yell at this point. That won't be helpful. So let's add this. And so I gotta wait till some of this color reaches the bottom. And so what I've figured out from these drippings is that because they have to have a name, if I keep seeing them, I'll just give them a name. Basically, if they have a face, well, like that. I like those colors in there. That's cool. So these are triglots. If you see them with tails and they have like these round bodies, they're called triglots. Triglot. Triglot. There's another one there. And so there's a functioning right there. So they're kind of their own, they're kind of their own I think I'm going to stamp this too, but they're kind of representation of their own identity. And so the more that I found out that they exist, they have to have a name. And so they're called triglots. So we're going to go ahead and stamp this. And also I noticed on the video yesterday is that when I stamped, the camera kept trying to focus in on what I was doing the whole time because it couldn't catch up to. So hopefully this doesn't, yeah, this doesn't go crazy trying to catch up with the camera. But as this, there it is. As this tries to take hold of the color at the bottom of the cap, it's going to leave a tail. And so that's what I really want. I want the drippings to add an additional tail to it, so it will, yeah, there it is. Maybe a little slower. And so this is just the energy that I'm finding is coming from the cap. So this helps a whole lot to identify like what's possible. Like if you've done a lot, you start to identify things that, you know, like putting your shoes on. We all know that it's something to put your shoes on, but once you're able to tie your shoes, your brain starts to tell you, so what is it called? And so this is kind of like retying your shoes. And so we're going to try to get as many of those to try to reach across as the color is dripping out of that. And we're not going to go crazy with this today because yesterday we were pretty wild in the corner. That sounds wild too. That sounds wild that I just said it like that, but yeah, but we're not gonna add as many of these as we're just trying to give it function. So colors, kind of like painting as I'm taking the color across the canvas here. I like that. And we're gonna get close up of that because the colors are really vibrant. Like like I said, once it dries, there's a whole different aspect to what has, you know, what has taken place on the canvas. And those colors are so rich. They really are. So I'm glad that I added blue instead of adding green this time, even though the green is still showing through because the colors are mixing. But it is it's definitely pretty awesome. So we're going to continue to do this because it's a bold statement. And so, just like I said, there's a lot of paint on the bottom of this cap. So we're just going to allow the canvas to take most of this paint. And we're just dabbing. That's basically what we're doing. And sometimes a lot of the trails that are left behind, they have like intricate colors in there too. So, and this is all just in reference to painting something, you know, vivid and vibrant because we can, because we made it. And that's how you should do it. Do it your way. Everybody else's way is their way, and yeah, this is my way. So I'm having fun with it. Okay. So I think most of that is covered. Something simple. because this canvas on the bottom will actually be, how do you say that? The canvas will actually be the foundation of the other pieces that will actually be hinged to the canvas. So you can open it and actually see that there's another side of the decoration and painting for, can you see that? There, camera does that weird focus thing. But yep. And so sometimes I draw, if I get enough faces, enough of the body of these triglots, then I'll just draw them as characters. And pretty much that's what they'll have for this canvas on the bottom. So they're called polytryph or triptychs. This is actually a triptych because there's three pieces that form. I'm speaking in like really large terms for this, but that's what it's called. It's called a triptych because there's three pieces that make up this body of work. So, and yeah, I mean, I figured that this is something that is possible, so I'm just gonna keep using it and see where it takes me because I really thought it was cool once it started happening, and I felt like I didn't want to waste the paint. So this is almost empty as well. And so I said, well, I'll just put a canvas down and see where that goes. And before I know it, I was making whole pieces of, art based on the drippings of the paint. And so I was like, well, if that works, let's see how many more we can make. And the colors are amazing. And, they kind of really tell a different story. Maybe the fact that it could be a different planet, or it could be, creatures, or it could just be something that's whimsical that could be used to tell, a story of some sort. So this is pretty empty. So I'm gonna put this down and let this one, let's see. I want to make sure that the edges have enough paint. And we're gonna get a closer look at what this looks like. Because this is really bright and I'm liking it. Because if it's glossy when it finishes, man, this is gonna be phenomenal. And so as well, I'm gonna sell these on my website, and you guys can take a look at them once they're finished. I haven't yet updated the website yet, but as I continue to work and figure out what works and you know, what I need to do, then I'll start posting these on a regular onto the website. And yeah, you can buy them, take them home, put them on your wall, share them with friends, share them on social media because I made it, you know, and you got to buy one. So that's where that comes in. And so let's make sure we get as much of this filled. I think this side needs a heavy dose of, probably not. It feels like it's pretty full on this side, but that is, I'm just going to wipe my hands so I don't get paint all over my camera. So let's take a closer look at what this is done. Yeah, I like this. It has, hmm, It's like a good surface area. It kind of looks like the sun a little bit. Yep, that's what it looks like, the sun. And that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's put you back here. Nice and comfortable up there. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move this because these are no longer needed. And because that side has been used already, let's move this here. We're gonna just turn this around. Yeah, that worked out. That was smooth. What a transition that was. And we're gonna put this, I wanna say this right here. Cool. All right, so let's get the next pour. I see that one side is still not covered. This one side is still not covered exactly with as much paint as it should. And now it's covered. Got you. All right, so there's a spot. There's a spot. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this here. Nice, that works. And we're gonna pour. We're gonna pour this. And hopefully, oops, that pour begins just like that. I like it. Purple's really bright. I'm not sure how long that's gonna stay there, but I don't know, it's weird. Like these cups seem like they get more and more empty. I might have to buy bigger cups next time. Let's see, come on down. There we go. So the goal is for the paint to actually reach both sides. Got a little bit of lag there. So there's a lot more purple in this one. There's a lot of purple there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with purple. This one's just gonna be like Barney purple. Yeah, there's some interesting spots right there too. Right there. And if you're gonna fall with grace. There's some bubbles in there too. There's some green action. Yep, there we go. That works. Come on down. The price is right. I think the fun part is just like really maneuvering the cup. So it'll do tricks for you. Wow, that's so cool. I hate to ruin that because it looks so good. And it's so shiny too. There's so much detail. There's so much detail in this cup. Okay. Wow. Can you come back down? Are you gonna come back down? Is it gonna come back down? I don't. I don't see why not. Look how much purple is still in the bottom of that cup. All right. So let's get our next cup. I'm gonna have to figure out this still too, because here's our first drip. I'm gonna put you right there. It's gonna fall. This still is not carrying its weight right now. Okay, so let's get the next cup, and we're gonna try to get it to drip all the way down. And perfect. Go ahead. I know you want to fall. Go ahead. I like the color though. That color is really vibrant. It's vibing hard right there. And onto the floor. Yeah, that one went places. All right. So that's a good drip though. Yeah, that one's going all the way down. And let's get you back. Nice. All right. There goes our second cup on the floor. And because you're such a good cup, we're just going to put you right back there. Yeah, that one did a crazy amount of damage too. I'm gonna just wash this. Yeah, that one was pretty hefty. It was a fall. It got everywhere on the floor. Well, the good thing that it's better out than it is in. Because if not, we wouldn't have content. So look at that. That's pretty delicious though. Yeah, that's pretty robust right there. Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy mark right there. And so let's move this cup. There's another one. Put you there. We'll move you. And I think this one still has paint in it, so we'll we'll top that. But it looks good so far. I'm really enjoying how these are coming apart. And let's keep this moving. So I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna add the blue again. I'm gonna add this yellow, quickly add red, because I want the red to show through the blue. So those two colors, they should stand out a lot more than anything. And so, yeah. Is my phone dying? My phone is dying. Oh, let me take care of that. Need to get a power cord. Hold on. That was close. All right, well, let's take a look at what it has done. Let me see that. Let's put that into, let's put that in a better perspective. Let's go. So we're just gonna carry this, and carry this across. There's a lot of blue in there. That blue is completely taken over. Yeah, it pretty much just ran amok with on the inside of the cup. But it actually make him out just a tad bit. Let's take that. And so just like I said before, that there's canvas on the bottom of this. So at this point, I'm barely wasting but a few drops of paint, because this stuff, even though it's like $1 and some change, it is very useful to just put it somewhere where it is valued more rather than wash down the sink or in the trash can, because the colors are really bold, and just like I said, they tell a story. So why not do something useful with it? And that's what we're doing. I think there's like a blob in there. There's like this blobness. And so I'm thinking that more or less this is, so if this is a place and this is something that is current or active, I believe it's some type of volcano. And so the action in which it's happening is that it's erupting. And so this is the energy. Yes, I found it. I figured out what it is now. This is the energy in which it's releasing. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Can you tell me what this is? Somebody tell me what that is right there. Let's put that. It's like a paintbrush on its own, so. But yeah, now I figured out what this is. Because I mean, I make all types of things that I make creatures and I make things that have action. So why not give it purpose? So I'm guessing that this is some type of volcano, some type of active. And so obviously there's no creatures over here, but this is it. This is the all to be all. Or the beginning of an end. I don't know. And I don't know where that just came from, but that's smart. So I think that's good. I think that's a good enough amount of paint. Most of it is dripping. I wish I could get some more to come out of this, but it's not. I kind of want to carry it into the center of the canvas, but it doesn't want to. It doesn't care. So we're just going to get a closer look. There it is, right? Now it starts to work. But we're going to get a closer look at what's happening on the surface of this canvas. And yeah, yeah. That's what's, yeah. So I'm gonna get more drips on here too. I'm gonna squeeze me over here for a hot second so I can get, ooh, that's a big dollop there. Because now at this point, I'm just painting the rest of this container. Actually, if it doesn't, I can just pour it this way too. Because once the paint pours out, it will deliver strips. Oops, I got blue over there too. It will deliver strips of paint. And yeah, I guess that's what it's gonna look like. And just like I said, I like to take the drips and make them into some type of like organic creature that's being moved or pushed or, yep. So that's what this graphical display is. I think this cup is pretty good too. Oh, that's finished. And yeah, it looks like we're about done. The said to be all done is coming up. That's cool. I'm just amazed on how this process makes, like, really just makes art in itself. And yep, that's what it's doing. It's just making art. It's making art count. I'm arting. So yeah. So you guys, if you gotten this far, make sure you come back for more, because we're gonna keep doing this until we figure there's no more paint. And then we'll just buy some more and we'll create some more and we'll have fun doing it. So let's check out what, I think this one's got paint in it too. It does. It really has a lot of paint in it. Let's put you right there. But let's make sure that we can get as much paint on this Let's put you. Let's put you close to the edge so you fall, and then I'll be upset because you're too close to the edge. You're too close, Mom. You're too close. And I'm cool with that. But I'm going to take a few seconds so you can look at this up close and see what has really become of this. Let's see more streaks. Go. See, look at that. That is perfect. Perfection. All right, let's, oh, I can't take. All right. Let's just put you up close then. Yeah. That's not bad at all. Has like this little environment down there, like here, like Google Earth. That's what it is. It's Google Earth. Look. The blue's not bad. I kind of wish it would. It was together with another color, but I mean, for the first time, I'm cool with that. Oh, that lag is crazy. Please click. It's not bad. All right, so yeah, I think that's. I'm trying to figure out where to put it without having to smash the little droplets. Wow. So yeah, that's the art of the day. And look at the bottom of the canvas. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, my friend. Pretty cool. Let's see if I can get something else out of this. Out of this container, probably nothing because there's probably not much in here. Nope. There's a cool little swirl in there, but there's not much in that. In which we can put the cap back on this, and I want to do another one. That's what I actually want to do. I actually want to do another one. So that's what we're going to do. If my mind says let's do another one, and we're going to find another canvas right now. And we're going to do another one. Yep, here's another canvas. Fresh out the package. This is interesting because I didn't realize that this I guess it's plastic in a sense. I didn't realize that it had such a sound to it. And so, yeah, go figure. So let me get a platform for the canvas really quick. Stay right there, don't go nowhere. And so if anything, I can do something different since the last two were because I mean, I could, so basically these two pieces of these canvas right here are going to go and be attached to this canvas on the bottom. So this at the bottom is not paper, it's canvas. So basically it's called a triptych. And so I'm going to combine them with hinges, and so you can open and close as the decor for the canvas. And so, you know, it has physicality, and the decoration gives it, you know, gives it life. So here's my second. I'm actually going to take these off of the table because they're in the way. Let's do that real quick. Let's take this one. Give me 2 seconds. I think this is pretty covered. Yeah, these are all finished. They came out pretty good. And so it's a gloss too. So once it dries, it'll still keep this nice little sheen to it. But I basically just poured 2 cups of paint, and the little splatters at the end, they are making it a volcano. And so, yep. And then once they're dry, I'm gonna hinge them together. I'm gonna either hinge both of those 2 pieces of canvas together, or I'm gonna put them and attach them to here on this canvas as well. And let's take this off. And let me see, I'm trying to think of the other one that I do, but I'm drawing a blank. So I'm just gonna turn this so I can get this centered, and we're gonna put this, I think that's about in the middle. And my glove is cut. So let me get another cup real quick, 2 seconds. And yeah, so basically I have like the cleanest cups. So, you know, they're brand new. I buy them like this, just playing. These are the most reused cups ever in the world. So there's one, there's 2. So it takes about 2 cups in order to fill onto the canvas. But I think what I'm gonna do for this one is that I'm just gonna color it. I'm just going to give it some color here. And we're gonna do the outside. So once I pour the paint, it at least will adhere to the paint and not the canvas, as is if the paint comes out of this container. Just slow. Yeah, there it is. Come on. Come on. There you go. And I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen in combination to so I'm just going to do a few sweeps of this. Because I really just want to get it wet. And we're gonna put this in the sink. Give me 2 seconds. So the goal is not to waste paint. So by not wasting paint, we can do some cool things. So I'm gonna add in this cup, I'm gonna add, which I thought was really cool last time, I'm gonna add some black. And I'm gonna add some green. And so I'm just gonna try to layer this because these two colors, for some strange reason, do something that I've, okay. Here it comes. It's coming. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look how weird the background just got. Why did it do that? I need some more paint. Oh, I should have filled it up. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not gonna get black out of that. I'm gonna get and I have to be very careful because this is very strong paint. It smells crazy. And I have the fan on too, but it really doesn't help because this paint is dangerous. It's so dangerous. And the paint's drying on the table too. Okay. Now that you've heard all types of crazy noises, let's add some paint. All right, so I'm gonna mix this. Let's see. Did I just? Okay, cool. We're trucking. And then I'm gonna add some more black, some blue, and this is the wildest thing that happens. Make sure I get that, because we're gonna need 2 of these real quick. Just green on the bottom, black. Because basically it's just layers. And so if you can see the cup, probably not because the color is really off because of the lighting, but black. I think this, and then just a little bit of this blue. All right, so we're gonna put you out of the way. And so this is the most full one, so we'll use this one. And oh, look at that. These are crazy colors though. If you look at it, I wasn't expecting it to look like the side of a rusty barn, but let's just pour this one in. Oh. So here's our green. Our green is taking hold of it. Oh, please don't fall off. Go back that way. Okay. There we go. Magic. So the green is basically going to take over that blue. Let's see it. Nice, nice and easy. Oh. Okay, so we don't want it to fully take over the canvas with the color sequence, but I do want this green. I want the green to drip onto, because it's gonna look like vines after I finish pouring. Because I kind of just wanted the cups to mix with the black and the lighter version. So it will go light to dark with the vine. So let's just do a few sweeps with that. Cool. All right, so that's gonna drip for a second, and we're gonna use our blue. See, I got a lot of blue in there. So let's go ahead and we're gonna apply it to this. That side. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's what it's supposed to do. Nice. Okay, so once it starts to drip, you can fall off at any time you want to. Whenever you want to. Yep. Because we just need the blue. Okay. And so basically I'm just using this to help me paint. And that's what it's going to do. So I'm going to get this side. It's like an organized chaos of colors. Because now at this point, it's going to do like little vivid lines of color. So we'll get a closer look at it too. because at this point you really can't see much of it as a distance, but I really just wanted to connect. Okay, now you can't see it. But look how vivid that is. Look at that. That's vivid. Straight lines, huh? So hopefully I have what I don't know. There's still a lot of paint that was. I think most of this is empty too. There's still some more in there, but okay. So now we have artwork that has some type of meaning. There's a story. There's obviously a story, and just like I said before, like if they have like a function that there's some type of organism, then I'll draw and I'll help it create that with the story. And so this one has some interesting lines. So I think what I'm going to do is on the outside here, I'm going to do some texturing. And so we had our handy dandy plastic from our container, and we're just going to use that to help us continue to tell a story. And look, it's just going to drip all over. It's going to drip all over there. So we just need the plastic. I have one over here. Probably just I want most of it to have, yeah. So as long as it has a firmness to that, so we'll try to get the outside. It looks like it's drying at this point. Yeah, it's drying really quick. It's too quick. Stop drying. And I don't want to mess. You know what I want to do? Hopefully the camera's not doing that weird focus thing. I don't know if you can hear that, but that sound is so wild. I need some more paint. I'm just gonna stuff this because I need all of the paint. There we go. Now we're working. It's just like I said, it's like it's taking the colors and it's drawing out the like highlighter colors of it. It's gonna get muddy, but I'm cool with that. I'm gonna add a yellow. Let's add yellow to this. I mean, if we're doing something, you know, you might as well just go all in and go at it full force. Because why not? Well, let's see what it does. It's like a sponge texture. And so as the plastic is pulling away from the canvas, it's leaving like these little streaks. I don't want to do too many of them though. But that's cool. And let's add red too. There's some areas that don't have like real definition. And we need definition. We need to define the whole piece of the pie. Yeah, before it gets too muddy, we'll stop. Because this material is good for something, but it doesn't do everything. I like that. That's cool. And let's add more yellow. I'm thinking that this yellow, will make it pop. Can you see that? I realize it's like really far. I'm getting paint all over the place. Let's see if the camera tries to fix it every 2 seconds. Yeah, if it does, I'll stop. I like it though. It has a an unorganized, organized chaos of colors. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe if I added more paint to this too, that would what is it? It just has like small details as if it's like some type of organic. Yeah, we won't go too far, but because it's hard to describe like what it looks like. There's nothing there. I'm just gonna get the outer edges. Oh. Yeah, it looks like we missed a lot of paint. but that worked though. So at this point, this one's probably going to be attached to another one that will have the same type of like color scheme to it. The blue is really vibrant, and I don't know. I don't know where else it's going to fit, but I'm sure I have another canvas that I can attach this to, or I can just use two small canvas and hinge them together, and that'll be one piece of artwork. Um, and yeah, that's how that one goes. And it's brilliant. I don't know, something about the middle is like it's like really giving me that I need to attach something. Just wanna I don't know, it's too smooth or something. So like as it's drying, it's really trying to adhere to it's really trying to adhere to the canvas. But I know that the more that it tries to dry, that you can take it and move most of the paint however you choose to, because it's like it's kind of like glue at this point. Anything that comes into contact with it will get stuck. I don't know if you can see that, but that is becoming something. Actually, I want to add. I'm gonna add red to this. Oh, you know what I can do too? I have this puff paint. I rarely use it, and that could come into some cool play too. Maybe I will use it. But as they dry, they'll give like a bunch of good details to it. I appreciate your like too. Thank you for considering liking it. I think I do that too. Like the longer I stay on somebody's channel, if I'm watching them live, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I might as well just like it. That helps too. But it also lets me know like to continue to do more of it, and you know. But this has like the craziest. It's hard to see because the background is really trying to focus. But that's cool. And let me see. Add, add some red here. It's interesting because I'm like, uh, I don't know how to share it, but like I'm really interested in the color red, and I know some I know some friends who like the color red, but I don't know. Like the fascination of the color is really I don't know if it's because it's in its own color. Like you can add things to red, but it's red, if that makes sense. It's such a vibrant look at a color that has its own. Yeah, there's like crazy swirls on here, but there's still a lot of dark spots that don't have any work in it. So I'm gonna try to add that into these dark spots. because like I said, once it dries, the movement of the colors will stick and they'll stay stuck like that forever. Like, yeah, just like glue, I guess. It's just like this whimsical, I don't know, like a lucid dream. I don't know if you ever figured out what a lucid dream is like, but this is kind of the atmosphere of a lucid dream. And yeah, that's how you kind of paint the picture of lucid dreaming. Oh yeah, I remember it was like really shiny, and this is you describing your dream. Like it was really shiny. I couldn't figure out what color it was, but it had some waves and it formed like this. But this is lucid dreaming. And I kind of want to touch this blue so bad. Just I just want to touch the blue. But it's like perfect over there. And it's like really perfect. Yeah, it's really perfect. Please don't let me mess it up. I'm just playing. It's just blue. But I'm satisfied by it. It made some really good looks. Let's get, because like I said, once it dries, I think this, like once it dries, it'll look like something is functioning, like there's something that's happening, like an overgrowth of plants or some type of energy that's moving because the colors are so mixed together, and they stand out really. They really do. They stand out really, really well. So at this point, I'm just having fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back in the middle with these two colors and see what they do. Can you see that? Like, see how much more vibrant it's like the colors are, what's the word? They're merging. That's what it is. It's like the colors are merging together. Yep. And that's how you do it. Yeah, that's how you do it. Kind of like a rose, a bed of roses down here. I don't know. I'm having too much fun. That blue looks like it might get touched today. Might touch the blue. Might touch the blue. Just touch the blue. Yeah, I can't wait till this dries. There's gonna be so much detail in here. It's like, how did you get it to look like that? I spent 40 minutes touching it with my glove. That's really what happened. Like 40 minutes. I was trying not to touch the blue. It just looked that good. Let's go down this one too. Can you see that? See, this is me as a kid. Like when they tell you, you go into this place and they have like really expensive stuff and they're like, please don't let your kids touch stuff. I was like, well, But why do you have stuff and we can't touch it? Well, because then you have to buy it. This is me. This is when you turn around, I'm gonna touch it. Yep. I'm gonna put my finger. Oh, I'm gonna touch it. Look at all the touch marks. All right, let's get some yellow on there too. Right. That yellow does not want to come out. There it is. See how sticky that is? And then I can just drag the colors. Let's do that. Let's just touch that. Let's just put our finger and touch that. What? Your dad's just like staring at you while you're putting your fingers all on top of the glass in the fine china store. And he's like, please just don't break anything. Have fun, but don't break anything. Like, Dad, I got this. I'm an expert at not breaking stuff. That's cool though. That's cool. I don't know. Maybe I might use my gloves for more artwork. It's like finger painting. But as long as you're having fun, man, this is the way to go. This is really the way to go. Yeah, because I can't wait till this dries. It's gonna look wild, and it's gonna be glossy too. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do more art like this. Yeah, put that over there. Put this over here. I really hope you can see this because I'm realizing I'm just holding it, and it's not a. Yeah, it's not on the table. All right, I think I'm getting carried away with this stream because I was only supposed to stream this for like an hour and go make a. I have to make this dog. Okay, so I have other artwork that I created. I painted this dog or painted this cat. I can't even tell the story right. So I painted this cat. I like cats. Cats are cool. They're cool people. And so I have them in these like just standing positions sometimes, and there's one that's standing on its hind legs or whatever, but it's vomiting. And so I thought it would be like cool as an action or a reaction, excuse me, as a reaction of it eating an amoeba. So it eats this amoeba and it trips. Basically, the amoeba sends its brain into this chaotic jumping situation where it just wants to jump. And so I painted it. It's yellow. I have to post the picture, more pictures up too, because it's really cool. It's just a cool, uh, like cool amount of energy that's being used. So the cat's yellow, and then its head is red, and so it's vomiting. So the colors are like all different types of colors because that's what it ate. It ate a rainbow amoeba, and so I thought to myself, well, how can I make it 10 times better? So I said, well, what if I made fur? Like instead of just painting it, I made it furry. So I bought fur today. I'm really explaining this. I really hope somebody's listening to. It's kind of crazy I'm explaining this, but because this is my artwork, this is what I'm really really trying to do, really trying to explain as my creativity. So the cat, I bought the fur. It was faux fur, like it's not real. And so I had to dye the fur from white to yellow. And that's what I spent today doing. And um, yeah, I just thought that was the coolest thing to do. So I'm gonna attach this faux fur to canvas, put the cat into, I don't know, some type of action scene, and and yeah, just have it violently vomiting because I thought it'd be cool. I mean, you got to see it. You really got to see it in order for me to better explain it. But I think in which, it would be something exciting to like showcase. So that's what I did. And so now, as art, you can physically touch it, and it feels like there's an animal right there. So that's what I came up with. And I don't know. I just thought it would be something that helped me as an artist tell a story. And so I even drew out the amoebas as well. And that was like the first things I started drawing were the amoebas. And so I'm excited because I don't think anybody's ever done stuff like this before. And if they have, not to this extent, because I'm really going, just like I said, like you do anything in life, put 100% into it and see what you get out of it. Because the best thing that'll come will be the result that you actually did something rather than doing a half-ass job and getting a half result. And most of the time, I'm just doing this for my own amusement to see what I'm capable of. And I believe as us as humans, we can create anything. And I mean just anything that we think of. So this is a way of me using my creativity to tell a story. And this is a world. This right here, this is a part of a world that exists where all of these creatures that I'm creating, because there's rabbits, there's the amoebas, there's the cats, there's the mini red monkeys, and they all live on like layers of this planet. And so, just things that happen. And I thought it would be fun to, try some different things and try new materials like painting. It's been a long time since I even painted. So the fact that I painted these, they tell a scene of something that happened that could just be regular. Because I look at things all the time and I'm like, yeah, people paint portraits every day of people. I'm like, okay, well, why can't we just bring something different? Why can't we add something new, something of value to, you know, to the art world? And that's what I'm gonna do. And I can't wait to showcase it. Cause at that point, I know I'm doing what's best for me. And I'm helping tell a story. Kind of like Dr. Seuss. Have you ever seen Dr. Seuss? He has these fantastic stories of things that happen. And I mean, they happen to creatures, they happen to, all different types of humans in his world or whatever, however you see it, however, the media portrays it and stuff. But I'm telling a story that just has a fantastic, uh, yeah, has a fantastic line to it. And so I think I'm done here. I think this is, yep, that's it. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, people get bored. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get long winded. I really do. But guess what? I'll be back tomorrow. And I cannot wait because I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go sketch out the cat, and I'm gonna put faux fur on it. And that's my art because I made it. Yep. Look at that. That's beautiful. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we're done. We are done. This is gonna dry. It's gonna dry. And sheesh. All right, let's see if we can get like a real look at that. And once it dries, it's gonna be so cool. Look at that. There's a bunch of little textures. There's some flowers growing in there. I'm serious. Like the more that I think about this, the more that I should continue doing it. I'm gonna add more yellow over here too. So whoever, I always think about this stuff like, the next generation of people, when they go out and they do stuff, there should be no limit to what your mind can help you create. Because as long as it's healthy and, you're not hurting anybody and, you're believing in yourself, that's really all what the world needs. Just healthy minds. And this is my health. This is my health right here. In a little tiny nutshell. So I am done looking at this for the night. And I'm gonna go let this dry. And all these little tiny bits of flowers, oh my gosh, they're gonna be so beautiful. This is so wild. And I might even have a little creature in here as well. Oops. Yo, watch this. I'm gonna post pictures of it too. The cat too. I'm gonna post pictures of cat. Yeah, I'm done. 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 All right. So I'm gonna put this in here to dry. Things I do. All right, y'all. Well, this is my messy. This is my messy artwork today, and yeah, it looks like we're done. We are done for the day. And I appreciate those who come to watch, those in the future who will view my videos as well. Thank you so much for being a part of my future and my thoughts. And I will see you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Victorious. We are. We are victorious. See you guys later. I'll be streaming tomorrow too. And tomorrow's another day. Bam. Bam.